it do, squad? It's your boy Geek Samurai coming to you back with another video, man. Now, in this video, I want to get right into it. Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2. This is my full review of what I just saw. Oh, my word. What an episode. It felt like another setup episode for me, but it was so good. So good. I want y'all to know how much I am a diehard fan of Game of Thrones. I want y'all to experience what I'm experiencing right now. Every episode that I watch, I will be giving y'all my full undivided attention when it comes to this show. This show is life. Spam of Game of Thrones is life in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. Anyway, I got to let y'all know real quick. I got my hat last week. Y'all already know what it is. And now, my Targaryen hoodie just came. I got to show y'all that real quick. I got my thinking cap on, and I'm ready to dive on in. What an episode, guys. What an episode. I mean, like I said earlier, it felt like a setup episode, like episode 1. But this episode, it just brought everything full circle. And now the Night King is here, and we're going to get into that. But the first scene, as soon as the episode opening credits finishes, you see, bang, entry music. And then you just see Jaime's face standing on trial. I mean, this man is looking pale white. He's looking scared. He got Dany in the middle, Sansa on the right, on the left of her, actually. Because that's Jaime's left, and that's our viewers. We're looking at her on the left as well when the camera pans. But when we look at Jaime, Sansa's on the right, and you see Jon. Now, when Dany was named Queen of the Seven Kingdoms and Jon Ben Dany, he didn't have a title yet, but we all knew what his title was. That automatically makes him Warden of the North. But we see Dany, first and foremost, in the opening scene, just attacking Jaime. When I was a kid, I always thought of what I would do. Me and my brother would tell me stories when I was asleep, trying to go to sleep, giving me a bedtime story of all the disasterly things we would do to the man who killed our father. And what we would do to that man when we finally take back this land, take back this country. Jaime's full circle, and my girl Dany, she got those piercing eyes, man. I'm telling you, Emilia Clarke, she nails it when it comes to like staring into your soul. She nails my girl Dany. She nails it when she wants to look right through you. I'm talking about you gonna feel your heart about to come out of your chest, bro. Jaime didn't even know how to respond at first. He only responded at when Sansa told the whole courtroom or the Great Hall at Winterfell that, yes, Jaime was the man that tried to pick a fight with the Starks. He tried to fight my father in the streets in hand-to-hand combat with the sword. And he tried to dethrone my family. Oh my gosh, they were all getting on him. It looked like Dany was about to lay out that decree. Dracarys, like send him out into the courtyard, Dracarys. And I talked about that in my previous video. Like, I feel like, Dany has so much fire. And it looked for a second, her and Sansa were like, they were on the same path. They had the same common goal, to destroy Jaime. And then all of a sudden, here we go. Jaime's like, this is when he speaks for the first time, y'all. He's like, I don't apologize for anything I did. I had to do what I had to do. We were at war. I had to do what I had to do to fight for my family. Jaime is so ballsy. And you don't do that with Dany. Because Dany, she would not take a second thought to burn your ass at the stake, bruh. She would not. She would burn your ass. But Jaime said, I don't apologize for what I did. We were at war. I wanted to save my house. It was all about House Lannister. I don't care. I don't regret anything. And you think that this dude would be humble after all that he's been through. Getting his arm cut off. Stuck in the pits. Brienne had to save him. He looked like one of them sheeps. One of them pigs that get thrown out into one of them pig pig pens and they get thrown out all the food and all the mud and everything. That's what Jaime looked like back then. Humble yourself, bruh. You in front of Daenerys, Stormborn Targaryen, bruh. Are you kidding me, son? Anyway, then all of a sudden we get Lady Brienne of Tarth. She stands up and she starts to defend Jaime. She tells Sansa, if it wasn't for Jaime, giving me armor, giving me a sword, telling me that I had to go find you and save you, because he took an oath for your mother, you would not be alive today. And all you see is Sansa just sulk, and she got quiet. She put her head down. Brienne stood up for Jaime. It was so great to see. And then Tyrion got up and stood up for Jaime. And before Daenerys could give out that final decree, she turns to Jon and says, so what do you think, Warden of the North? That means it is canon that currently, right now, Jon Snow, a.k.a. Aegon Targaryen, is the Warden of the North. And I don't know why they didn't mention that in the first season. In the first episode. Not first season. My bad, y'all. You know, I'm still trying to get used to these videos. I meant to say first episode. Why didn't they mention that? It's crazy. Because in the first episode, they're like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm called. Like, yes, it does. Until the White Walkers come and the Night King comes, you still have to have a title, bruh. I don't care if you're Lord Commander. I don't care if you're a freaking King in the North. I don't care what you are. You got to have a title. You're Warden of the North. That is a fact. And I'm so glad that Dany said that. I'm so glad. Dany, you're the best. So here comes Jon, Warden of the North, saying, we need every single man that we can have and that we can find to fight this battle. And it is important. They need all hands on deck. They need all hands at the gate, at the front line, ready to take on the Night King. Because let me tell you, the Night King's coming with that dead dragon Viserion and all his White Walkers. There was 12. Now, one of them died, so now there's 11. It is going down. And when them whites come, it's a wrap. It was just a beautiful scene, man. Oh, and Bran was there. It looked like he defended him too. Because when Jaime said those words, like, yo, I had to defend my house. I had to defend my family. Bran just spews out, oh, anything for love, right? The things I do for love, right? I wish Bran would have told the whole Winterfell Great Hall. I wish he told him that he pushed me out the window. But if he had done that, Jon, Arya, all of them, Sansa, they would have been so angry. They would have agreed with Dany to go and kill this man right away. Jaime would not have lived. Jaime would not have lived. And I had predicted that, Jaime might, get killed if Bran mentioned that. It was just a prediction, I put on my tinfoil hat. What if Jaime died in this trial? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. What a scene. And another scene that I want to go right into that I love so much, man, was just the chemistry or the reconnection between Bran and Jaime. When Bran was in the weirwood trees, and then Jaime comes and said, why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you tell him that I pushed you out the window? He said, because we need you in this fight. Now that we saved you, Dany trusts you. We need you in this fight, bruh. Now that you're here, you're going to be fighting for us, fighting for men, fighting for the Seven Kingdoms, for the realm. So don't worry about it. I ain't no snitch, bruh. Because of what you did, because you pushing me out that window, it made me who I am today. It made me the Three-Eyed Raven. I'm not a man anymore. I'm not Brandon Stark. He said it. If you didn't push me out that window, I would still be Brandon Stark. And a crippled boy. Nah, bruh. Now I can see clearly now. You know what I'm saying? He got that third eye, bruh. It's crazy. So Jaime has so much respect for Bran right now that he didn't snitch on him and that he defended him, sort of. He defended him. It was just a good thing to see them connect. I wanted to see that when Jaime got to Winterfell. I wanted to see how that was going to go down. I honestly thought that Bran was going to mention that he pushed him out the window, but he didn't. So it was a good scene to see. Next scene I'm going to get into that I thought was dope was Arya. The way she just keeps rolling up on Gendry, boy. Arya and Gendry. She's like, is my weapon ready yet? Cause he's making all these axes and he's making all these daggers with the dragon glass, but she's like, I want my spear. I want it now. And then we see later on in the episode that he finally makes a spear for her. All the weapons are made. Everything, he's forged as much as he could of the dragon glass. He gives her weapon. And it's just crazy how you can see the smirk on her face. You know, he's working hard. He's slamming the battle axe on the log, showing her that this dragon glass is strong. Don't worry, I'm gonna make your weapon stronger, and it's gonna be phenomenal. So when he finally gives it to her, she's just in awe. Like, yo, this guy, he looks so masculine. He's a blacksmith. Yo, she was feeling him throughout this whole episode, bruh. And then we got the reveal. We got the reveal after he comes in and gives, because she was shooting bow and arrows and everything. After he gives her weapon, she's there playing with it, and then she's asking, what did the red woman want with you? What did she want with you? She's like, my blood. You know, that she revealed to me that I'm Robert Baratheon's bastard. So I have royalty in me too. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that just made Arya love him or be more like infatuated with him even more. And then we finally got to see Arya's like, yo, this might be the last night that we will be together. And I want to know what it's going to be like. Well, before that, she was like, oh, so between the red woman, then you being in King's Landing, so how many women have you been with? Have you been with one? None? 2, 3? How much? He's like, I don't keep count. Yeah, man, pop your collar, bro. You kept count, bro. He said 3. He said 3. He knew. So she's like, so since you've experienced what it's like to, you know, be flesh on flesh, I want to know what that feels like before I die or before the Night King comes. This could be my last night on this earth in these 7 kingdoms. Bruh, I lost it, son. Because all of us, if you're a true Game of Thrones fan, everybody been shipping Gendry and Arya, Granjaria, or whatever you want to call them. They were shipping this hard, son. And the ship has set sail, bruh. Arya said, take off your bloody pants. And my man, she pushed him back. She started stripping. You see all the clothes come off, bruh. And man, they had that love scene. They had that love scene, bruh. I wish it was longer. We saw like some side boob action or whatever. But bruh, they look good together. And who knows, this could be a foreshadowing that Arya could be pregnant right after this. You never know, bruh. You never know. Even though this is the last season, it just puts that thought in our minds like, yo, okay, we didn't know if the Starks was going to have like heirs or children after Sansa, Jon, Arya, and Bran. Now this could be confirmation. Now this could be confirmation that Arya could be pregnant. And later on, maybe at the end of the season, when they survive, you never know if Arya is going to survive or Gendry. They could probably have their own castle. You don't even know. That was a beautiful scene, bro. I was feeling that from start to finish. Oh, what a scene. What a scene. And this man, after they done, Gendry's all passed out sleeping, Arya's just awake. She's just awake. But she looked like she couldn't enjoy it because the Night King's coming. And she's like, yo, I want to experience, before they even had this sex scene, she's like, yo, I want to know what it's like to see death in the face. I want to experience it. So now after they had sex, you know what I'm saying, hay sex, barn sex, whatever you want to call it, stable sex. Because, you know, Jon and Dany have both sex. Now Arya and Gendry have barn sex. It's crazy. Hashtag barn sex up in the comments, y'all. That's where y'all got to ship. Y'all got to ship that next. Anyway, then we get to, it's a scene where everybody's, you know, the night is coming down. You know, before the night come, they're in the yard and everything like that. We see Gilly. Look like she's pregnant with Sam's second baby. Because, you know, he adopted baby little Sam. So look like she's pregnant with the second baby. And you see Davos handing out, you know, food to the civilians, to the women and children. You know, it was just a good scene to see that little girl. That had the scar on her face. She looked like Stannis' daughter, man. That got burnt. Shireen, that got burned at the stake. Davos stopped in his tracks. It's like he saw a little version, a younger version of Shireen. Oh my God. And that girl has so much courage. She's like, I want to fight. I want to fight and protect everybody. And Gilly's like, yeah, you could do that. Davos like, yeah, sure you can. But Gilly's like, I want you to be there in the crypts, protecting my son and I. She's like, okay, so I'll protect everybody in the crypts. It was just a cute scene, man. And it's like another callback to see another girl that looked like Shireen. with the half messed up face, scarred up face, and the half face is pure and innocent, and she's just so ambitious to want to fight. It was beautiful to see, bruh. That's just a little thing. And then we go right into the reunion of the Night's Watch. This is nighttime now. It's getting dark. We already know that by sunrise tomorrow morning, the Night King is going to be at our doors. So now we see Sam, we see Dolores, Ed, and we see Jon standing on top, looking out, seeing if the Night King is coming. They standing up on Winterfell's porches or balcony. And it's just a nice callback to see when they first pledged for the Night Watch. And you see them, and they're just talking about, yo, can you guys remember how we all started? We all started, you know what I'm saying, pledging, and now it's just us three. Our other Night brothers are dead, but we only ones left. And they just start getting on Sam, like, Sam, if you don't want to be out here with us, you can go in the crypts. Jon's like, you can go in the crypts. I know. And then Sam's like, yo, hold up. He got all defensive. Hold up. I'm the first one that slayed a white. I'm the first one that was it. I stole books from the Citadel. What do you mean? I killed it. I fought and I survived the Thens. He's like, yo, he's going in, son. And you see Dolores Ed like, oh my gosh. Sam is the slayer of White Walkers. He's the ladies' man. Man, now this world is really fucked. They were going in on him. They forgot that Sam has grown up. He ain't that little boy who's always getting beat up when they were training. Sam has come a long way, and he knows things, and he's smart. This guy, I'm telling you, Sam could be out there. So I don't think Sam, me personally, after that scene, it confirmed to me that Sam is not going to be in the crypts. He's going to be either in Winterfell, or he's going to be like outside, like by the gate, ready to fight and ready to throw down whichever whites get past the barricades or get past the front line. Kudos to Sam, man. Sam has come a long way, and let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing to see. Just that scene, though, when Dolores Ed came up and was like, oh, okay, now our watch begins. It's just a beautiful callback to the whole Night's Watch and everything like that, being at Castle Black. They're doing a lot of callbacks and throwbacks from previous episodes, previous seasons in these 2 episodes. I was feeling it. Okay, now we get to it's nighttime now. Now we get to the Great Hall where the tables are moved and it's just the fireplace. So we have Podrick, we have Tyrion, we have Tormund, we have Brienne of Tarth, we have Jaime, and we have Davos. Everybody's drinking wine. Everybody's just trying to get relaxed and chill. You know what I'm saying? And then out of all of that chaos, you know, from Giantsbane talking about how he got the name Giantsbane, to freaking Podrick singing and serenading the damn room, the best part that I really enjoyed was freaking Jaime knighting Brienne of Tarth. She's like, yo, I can't be knight. It's against all the laws. It's against all the rules for women to become knights. And you hear Tormund say, fuck the rules, fuck the laws. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to see and watch, man. Brienne is on one knee and he's actually anointing her knight. And he's like, arise, knight, Brienne of Tarth. Oh, it was beautiful. You see the tears in the eye and everything. She all smiling from ear to ear. Now she's a full-fledged knight. It was, I love it. And I'm telling you, that also shows that Jaime really does love Brienne. He loves his woman more than I think Cersei. I think that was just pleasure being with Cersei. This dude loves Brienne. And for him to knight her, oh man, you should see the waterworks. Her floodgates is just open now to be with Jaime. That's a fact. If they both survive, which I think they're not, but if they were to survive, they would be together. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful scene, man. And you see Tormund Giantsbane clapping and shit. I wish we could have seen, you know, Tormund and Brienne, man. I want some giant babies. I want some giant monsters, man. They would have some crazy babies that look like gingers with all that red hair, dog. So that was a very honorable scene. I was feeling that. I was loving that. Kudos to Jaime for doing that, bro. I respect that. Jaime's gonna before he goes out and dies, he gonna go out like a G, and he gonna die in Brienne's arms. That's a fact. I hope Arya takes his face if he does die before they get to King's Landing. Arya takes his face and kills Cersei. That will be that's my prediction for future episodes, but I'm gonna get into that in future videos. All right. So next, After all that was done, we get to the scene now. And this was a short scene, but I was waiting for it throughout this whole entire fucking episode, man. We finally get to the scene with Dany. And this was happening throughout the whole episode. Jon was avoiding Dany after every meeting, after every trial, you know, wherever there was a group of people, Jon didn't want to be in the same room with Dany because he didn't know how to tell her. Even Samuel Tarly, he mentioned, like, yo, have you told her yet? Jon's like, nah, you know, I can't do it. I can't believe it, because in his heart, he cannot believe that he has sex with his aunt. That's family. I just can't. I can't tell her, Sam. Sam was like, yo, okay, I see how you doing. You just kicking back, waiting to strike, waiting to tell. And then Jon looked at him and Sam was like, oh, stopped in his chest, because you know Sam be rambling too damn much. Like, shut up. Jon gave him that one look, and then he just shut the hell up. So this is the scene right here. We usually see my man Jon, a.k.a. Aegon, standing in front of Ned Stark's tomb all the time. You always see that. But this time, he was standing in front of his mother's tomb, Lyanna. And who comes walking up to him in the crypt? My queen, Dany Stormborn, bruh. This scene gave me goosebumps, son. I was feeling all of it. 1 minute she's cuddling with him and holding him, and Jon is holding her back. You can see his hand on her wrist, on her forearm, holding her. And then she says, who is this? And Jon said, this is Lyanna Stark's tomb. And then she starts going in, my brother Rhaegar. You know, I was always told in stories that he was a nice person, a very kind and passionate person who loves to sing, who loves to give money to the poor. But needless to say, he kidnapped this woman. He raped her. And then Jon said, without any hesitation, no, he didn't. He loved her. He loved her so much that he went off and got married to her in secret. And then they stopped hugging each other and they looking at each other eye to eye. I felt that eye when he was, just the way, yo, David Nutter, kudos to you, man. You made me, shoot, your name is David Nutter. You made me nut in this part, man, because the way you captured this moment, the cinematography that you did, bruh. Kudos to David Nutter. The cinematography, the way he had the camera pan back and forth between Jon and Dany, it was so climactic. I felt like I was watching a movie. You see Dany locking eyes, looking. She was happy to be holding him again because he was avoiding her. And all of a sudden, you just see her in shock. And then Jon's going in. He's like, no, he loved her. Rhaegar loved this woman. They got married in secret. And not only did he love her, but they had a child where my mother was, he didn't even say my mother yet, when Lyanna Stark was on her deathbed, she gave birth to a baby, bleeding out. And Ned Stark, her brother, she gave that baby to her brother, who was Ned Stark, to raise as a bastard. Oh my gosh. It was so crazy. And then he gets to the part where he's like, that boy who was a bastard all his life and who he believed was a bastard, that boy is Rhaegar Targaryen's son. And that boy is me. I am not Jon Snow. I am not the king in the north. I am not the Lord and Commander. I am not the warden in the north. My real name is Aegon Targaryen. As soon as he said those words, bruh. As soon as he said those words, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Dany, the expression on Dany's face and the pullback, the way she was holding him and close up to his face and everything, she just pulled back. She's like, yo, that means you are the last male heir to the Iron Throne. You have more claim to the Iron Throne than I do. Jon couldn't even say nothing. And you know how Jon is. Jon don't want these titles. Jon don't want to be Lord and Commander. He don't want to be King in the North. He don't want to be Warden in the North. He couldn't say nothing because he knows that he has a legitimate claim to the throne. Oh, it was That was my favorite part. And I'm glad they waited towards the very end before we got the reveal of the army of the Night King and the White Walkers coming. I'm glad they waited to the end for Jon to reveal this. It built it up. And I felt every dialogue. I felt every sentence. I felt the connection between freaking Amelia Clark and Kit Harington. I felt it, man. Now Dany knows. Now you don't have time to even think about it or be in your feelings. The horn of Winterfell was sounded. You could hear the horn blowing. That's the war horn. Danger's approaching. So Jon and Dany, they get out of the crypts and they go up to the rooftops of Winterfell, and you could just see them. Everybody's looking. Everybody's not even in Winterfell no more. They're outside looking. You see Jorah with Heartsbane, pulled up with his horse at the ready with the Dothraki and the Unsullied. You see Tyrion looking out. Oh my God, you see Brienne on the left flank with Jaime. It was crazy. And all you see is just those damn dead horses rolling up. And you see the White Walkers all lined up. We don't know where the Night King is. He's somewhere in the clouds somewhere. It's still dark time. It's still night outside. He's up there in the cloud with Viserion. But all you see is just the White Walkers pulling up. And all you see is just everybody at Winterfell is just like, oh my gosh. Everybody's ready for this, man. Yo, I'm telling y'all right now, man. Even though this was a second episode, it was a setup episode, but it was something that we needed because now episode 3, oh my gosh. Episode 3 is about to be so epic. We about to get 80 minutes of goodness, pure goodness. 2.5, almost 3 hours long of this battle at Winterfell, bruh. It's going down. Shoot, I might have to call out from work just so I could be home to watch this joint. It is going down. What? This battle, man. And I was hearing rumors and stuff that this battle might be 20 minutes long. It can't be. It cannot be. They were filming this battle 55 nights in a row. I want this battle to be at least an hour long. 80 minutes? You could give me 60 minutes of fighting. Pure fighting. I don't care. People dying right and left. I don't care. You could give me a whole hour of this joint, bruh. I've been waiting 2 years for this season to come back. Episode 3 better be fucking epic. Facts. Or I'm going to be pissed. Because I was mad episode 1 and 2 was only like an hour and like 5 minutes. Like, yo, I wanted every episode this season to be 80 minutes. That's what I wanted. 6 episodes, you gotta give me more. So I'm happy that these last episodes, these last 4 episodes, they're gonna be 80 minutes long, bro. And I'm telling you, this might be the best season of Game of Thrones. The best. I mean, every now and then, like, you get a great season out of this whole franchise. Like season 1 was like my favorite season, and then you get like season 3 or 4, and then you get season 5 or 6. Season 7, everybody's a little divisive about it. Everybody a little on the fence about season 7, but season 8 has to probably be my best season, and it's not even over yet. But it just felt so good watching both of these episodes, bro. It felt so freaking good. I love Game of Thrones so much. I love Game of Thrones so much, man. This is bittersweet because it's the last season. And I mean, we're going to get a prequel. But still, we're not going to see these characters no more. We're going to get the prequel of how all of this happened 1,000 years, maybe 2,000 years before Game of Thrones season 1. So we're not going to get Dany no more. We're not going to get Jon. This is it. We're not going to get Arya. And everybody loves Arya. Now we had this epic scene with her and Genji. We want to know if they have a kid, you know, would he become a king? Would she become a queen? Would he make her his lady? You know, she said, I'm not a lady. I never wanted to be a lady. We never going to get that, bruh. This season's going to be bittersweet, y'all. Squad, I'm telling y'all right now, this season's going to be bittersweet. I'm telling you about the last episode, episode 6, there's going to be tears. Tears of joy, tears of sorrow. I just hope D&D, they hit it out the park, man. Home run. I can't wait. It's happening all so fast, man. Y'all need to slow it down. Tom need to slow down. We already got through 2 episodes. There's only 4 more episodes left, y'all. Anyway, guys, I wanted to give you my full recap of season 8, episode 2. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know, did you guys like this episode? Was it a hit or miss for you? Were you really invested in every character? Did you like the setups for the Battle of Winterfell? I really want to know what y'all think. Leave your comments in the comment section, man. I'm looking forward to communicating with y'all, man. Being a part of this YouTube community. Being part of Game of Thrones community. We diehard fans, man. Straight up. All right, squad. Like I said, leave your comments in the comment section. I want to like them. I want to comment on them. I want to reply and just be invested with y'all, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm looking forward to it. I might drop another video to talk about the preview of what we're going to see coming next. So look out for that video. And until then, guys, I want you to like, share, subscribe to Geek Samurai. And I'll see you in the next video. All right? Peace.